Haha. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end I agree, but only after getting her to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play the game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Oh, she was there for a second. But I was looking at the time for the capture and I didn't see her. No! During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask her about it, but I don't want to be nosy. I kind of want to be nosy. I want to ask about it. After school, the two girls quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I'd been considering it. Nonetheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they'd be on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell. What's wrong? That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know, this all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason it just seems like it would be so plausible. Who's this? Heading to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly. That's not true. Says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened. Her expression unchanging. She signed something amusingly to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. She finds deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse. She opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even a little larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center, surrounded by chairs, and a smaller decks prominently placed in the back, that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side, as well as extras, perhaps. Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could at least put a potted plant in here or something. But the most notable thing is the room doesn't have any other people. Are we early? No. What do you mean, no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today? Yeah, that's right. Before I managed to ask why that's the case, she claps her hands together very energetically. Let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain it to you while we set everything up. While she's talking, she takes out what looks like a game board from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. After she spends a little too long of her liking running through the basics of somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, she cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Her aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against her assault from 2 fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. She wants to know what you... She wants to know that you are taking too long to make a move. She also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. Thought this was a game with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no. She admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. You're so competitive. She seems to take this as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more... some word. Magnanimous. Hey, me. Me. Doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who in turn signs it back to her. Presses her index finger against her temples as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Suddenly... burst. She bursts into a flurry of gestures. She looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Wait, please slow down. Says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion. Okay. Those eyes of hers shining like childlike mischief. She says you have no chance. If you keep playing like this, no you won't. It's a trap. It's smarter to play defensively here. She has a point. Attack aggressively. It's a trap. It's likely that she's just trying to psych me out. Looking at the board again, I have a pretty good defense setup, and I'm not going to wreck it by doing something reckless. A few turns later, I lose the game anyway. She's going to adjust her glasses. You lost when you allowed me to take North America. I mean, not me. Getting control of North America is ambitious because it provides a 5 army bonus, but you can attack it from 3 fronts, so you must defend them all. I thought you'd have more guts. How disappointing. Ambition. Your play really needs to be more daring. Ambition. I was really excited when you took South America, but then you switched to playing defensively just because you gained a small advantage. That's no good. I just wanted to say it's a trap. You didn't take enough risks, and when you did, you didn't follow through. That's terrible. Damn. What's it to her if I play too carefully? There's no need to rub it in my face. Oh, she got closer. Why are you so much closer? I wonder if you're doing anything good for the student council. I already see what they're doing. What's this? Reverse psychology. Guess I don't have to worry about joining or not in that case. Giving up like that, I expected more of you. Seriously, are they trying to taunt me into joining the student council? Besides, I don't even want to join. It's only my 2nd day. I can't make that kind of decision. I haven't even taken a look at any of the clubs yet. And these two, they're a little weird. Fine, I'll consider joining the student council, but I want to take a look at the clubs before I decide. Really? You're not just saying that to make us feel better? Yeah, I'm just not sure what I want to do. Oh. Okay, but we're not going to give up so easily. You said maybe. There's still a chance you'll come out. Oh, and now we can really have fun. We can play more Risk, and maybe one day you could beat me unless we graduate before that. Doesn't make me feel any less reluctant about joining, you know. Aha, surely you do not. Surely you're not that horrible at board games. Maybe we can play a game you know then, to give you a handicap. Might have said that just to make me feel better after all. Aw, that's cold. Take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right. We think the library is open. It's on the 2nd floor. I can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? No thanks, that's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. One flight of stairs, I run into problems. The 2nd hallway floor is a carbon copy of the 3rd floor one. Wide, of course, and plain, like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not so easily determined as one would think. Classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there's a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them, or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the latter and choose my direction at random. I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, just barely ajar that I can see it's open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open, and while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least means that someone is inside and can ask for directions. I gingerly push at the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to this school can't be shaken from my mind, so much that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. The door slowly creaks, as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it's not much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head ever further inside to gain sight of the room as fast as possible, the meek "hello" on my lips is quickly snatched away. Oh, I've pink-haired girl. Nope, 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 nope. Her. She's the one. She's the one I want. Who are you? Who are you? And I gotta end that episode here. Oh, I wanna play another episode, but I'm gonna wait. Thank you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed. She's gonna be the one. I know it. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one.